Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. I'd like to thank Thinking Tree Books for sponsoring this video and a really great giveaway I'm going to share with you guys in a bit. But first, I have a bunch of books here and I can't wait to show you what I picked out from the Funschooling shop and what great resources these books can be in your homeschool. Okay, before I show you and tell you about these books, I also need to thank my friend CJ from Homeschooling Through High School for pulling this collaboration together. There are a few of us that are working in collaboration to share these Funschooling books, and each of us will be doing a giveaway. So if you like what you see, you're going to have a lot of chances to possibly win a book, to win some great curriculum resources for your homeschool. So I had heard about Funschooling in the past from friends who use these books and love them, but I always kind of brushed it off because I figured it wasn't for me. And for the most part, that might be true. Funschooling is a really great concept, but if you guys know me, you know I lean towards a more traditional homeschooling style. I really like to use curriculums that lay it out for me, give me the step-by-step instructions, tell me what I need to do. And Funschooling is a lot more open-ended, but it also really aims at tailoring education to what your child specifically is interested in, which is one reason it's so effective and successful with many kids. Funschooling was created by a homeschool mom, Sarah Brown. When she learned that her daughter had dyslexia, she researched and experimented and began creating games to help teach her daughter to read. This led to her founding her company, Thinking Tree Books, in 2011, and at the time, she only sold dyslexia games, which is a series of workbooks that help students with dyslexia find success in reading, writing, and spelling. And you can still buy these workbooks on her website today. But since then, Thinking Tree Books has also come out with over 250 Funschooling books for homeschoolers in all subject areas. Now, you can use Funschooling journals as a supplement in your homeschool if you find something that looks interesting to you or your kids. But some families use this as their main curriculum. They use journals just like these as their main curriculum, which is also an option. If you go that route, you basically will pick out what they call a core journal as kind of a backbone of your schoolwork. There are over 50 core journals available that center around different topics of interest. So, for example, there's an animal lover's journal, a chef's Funschooling journal, an athlete's Funschooling journal, things like that. And what these core journals do is help you teach all of the core subjects as they relate to that specific interest, which ideally is something your child is really interested in. And they really are like journals. They're places to record what your kids learned. So you'll find a lot of prompts and research suggestions for kids. So they'll need to use additional books or the internet or other sources to fill out a lot of the journals. After you choose a core journal, you select one of the language arts journals. So they have different journals for different topics, and on their website you can browse by grade level or by interest/topic, which is really helpful. And then you'll continue to pick out journals for other subjects such as math, history, science, and electives to round out your curriculum. There's no set way that you have to complete the journals. You could work a little bit each day from each of them, or you can create a plan for your kids where they do a different workbook each day. And it's totally up to you. It does say on the website that most kids will complete 1 to 2 books from each category in the course of the year if you're using this as your main curriculum. So in a nutshell, that's what Funschooling is. Some homeschool moms are really resourceful and great at pulling resources together to research and learn from, and that is just not one of my strengths. So like I said, that's a big reason we have not tried any of the Funschooling books yet. And because I don't currently use any of them, I almost said no to this collaboration. However, after I went to their website, I was really intrigued because there are so many choices of journals for so many different interests, and many of the titles looked like things that I want my kids to learn about. So I was curious to see what they were actually like and if there was any way that we might incorporate them into our homeschooling. Not as an entire curriculum, that's not how we will use them, but as a supplement or maybe even for summer learning. I'll be honest, I haven't quite figured out yet how I'm going to use them, but I was sent some great books from the company and I'm really excited about them. And I know that even if it's not something that I use or will use, that doesn't mean that you guys might not like to learn more or might like to try using them in your homeschools. So I hope that this video at least gives you a glimpse at some of what Thinking Tree Books has to offer. And I encourage you to check out their website because there's a lot more than what I'll show you here today. So let me show you briefly the books I picked out. I chose these because they're very specific to my kids. They're ones that I can see us using if I like them. But like I said, there are so many to choose from. I actually had a hard time narrowing it down. So let's take a look. Let me show you guys what I got. Okay, so I actually have 10 books here. 10 books here that I'm going to show you real quickly. So first one is this Bible Time devotional journal and coloring book. And this says a quiet time handbook for creative and active children. I thought this would be a fun one for my kids to use, for one of my kids to use. All right, we've got the Life Skills Activity Book for active and creative kids, a step-by-step guide. I chose this because we're always talking about life skills, learning those life skills in homeschooling. So I thought this might give us some good tools to do that, help us learn some of those. This book is Praying for the World, a fun-schooling guide to social studies, geography, and Christian missions. We did a little bit of this last year when we did our Exploring Countries and Cultures, not this book in particular, but praying for different parts of the world. So I thought this would be kind of interesting to look through and maybe for one of my kids to use in their quiet time. All right, this one is Camera Quest, a 31-day photography challenge. One of my daughters is really interested in learning photography. We got her not a super fancy camera lately, but a little camera, so I thought this might be a fun way for her to start using that a little bit more and learning more about it. Okay, this one is How to Make Money, Get a Job, or Start a Business. And this is really a guide to choosing a career. So I thought this would be a good book for any of my kids to possibly use. All right, this one's really fun. Smoothie Time, Health, Nutrition, and Home Economics. We are a big smoothie family. I should say my husband and my kids love smoothies. He makes smoothies like every morning for them. And so I thought this would be fun to help them learn just a little bit more about some different types that they could make. So Smoothie Time. And I actually haven't even looked through a lot of these books yet. So just giving you guys a brief overview, showing you what I got, and then I'm gonna flip through one of those in just a moment. This one is Ages 3 to 6 Alphabet Fun Schooling Journal, 100 Activities, Color, Write, and Draw. This one is the Artist's Fun Schooling Journal, Homeschooling Curriculum Handbook for Students Majoring in Art. One of my daughters loves art, so I thought this would be just a fun one to see what it entails. I think, I could be wrong on this, I think this might be one of their core journals. I'd have to check on that, but it might be one of their core journals. Homeschooling Multiplication Games, 180 Days of Art, Logic, and Fun. My girls need a little bit of help with their multiplication facts still. We're getting faster, we're getting better, but we're still working on them, so I thought this would be interesting to see and to use with them. And then finally, this one is a countdown to Christmas journal and coloring book. We're coming up on December, heading into the Christmas season, so I thought this would be an interesting one for my kids to use as well. Okay, yesterday I dropped a poll into my YouTube community and gave you guys a choice between a couple of these books to see which one you'd like an inside glance at. All right, this one right here, the Life Skills Activity Book, this one won by a lot. So I'm going to do a quick flip through so you can see what's inside this particular book, what it's like, and then I'll give you details about the giveaway. All right, so here is the Life Skills Activity Book. This is listed on the Thinking Tree Books website for ages 8 to 16, and it's listed as one of their electives. I haven't even looked through it yet, so I'm going to be getting a glimpse with you guys. We'll take a look and see what it includes and how it helps teach life skills to your kids. So here we go. All right, so first page just for some basic contact information. Okay, here is your table of contents and how to use this book. So it says it's designed to teach many valuable life skills. Search for the information about each skill, but make sure you also practice what you've learned. And then here are some requirements for completing the course. So you'll need the internet to search for videos or articles or books on each of the topics. So this is where I think this is a little bit more open-ended. You have a lot of flexibility to research the different topics that are going to be in this book. And then here it lists a few other materials you're going to need to practice the life skills that you learn about. Okay, and table of contents, just one page for this. And you guys can see here all of the things, all of the life skills that this is going to cover. So we've got laundry, sewing, talking on the phone, writing notes, writing thank you notes, making shopping lists, online safety, starting a small business, storing food, caring for a houseplant. I could use that one actually. I'm probably going to learn something from this. Using a dictionary, studying for a test. So some really good things in here, some really interesting things, making a cup of tea, hosting a garage sale, tying a tie. Okay, so a lot of good life skills and some that I might not even think about are covered in this book. So let's see how they are going to teach them. All right, so we've got skill number 1, basic first aid. So they get to draw a picture. Okay, so once they pick out their books that they're going to use to learn, it looks like they draw a picture about that. And then they're using those books to kind of research how to do each of these things. So this is what I meant before when I said I thought that they were kind of more like journals where they're going to be kind of researching and it's guiding them through what they should be looking for and learning about. And they get to record their learning in here. Okay, a couple more of those on the back. Watch a video or read about when and how to call 911. List some situations you learned about in which you should call for help. So that's kind of fun. A little puzzle here, a maze. New word definitions. Okay, and that was it for our first skill. So just a couple pages on each skill. All right, here is how to do laundry. Researching the different types of fabrics, looking at your own clothes. Oh, learning how to get rid of stains. That's a very valuable life skill. A fun word search. Learning when to use different types of water. Okay, then we get into sewing, labeling a sewing machine. And then, oh, they give you a word bank for that and they can list them out here. So that's good. Meanings of all of these words. Watch a video about how to sew and then find a project for beginners. So it instructs them to kind of do their own project. A little coloring page talking about sewing on buttons. How to talk on the phone. Again, this is a really good one. And okay, so they get to practice by ordering a pizza for lunch, calling a family member, calling the library, and calling a friend. That's really neat. I like how it breaks this down and gives them these fun little projects to do. Practice memorizing phone numbers, a little maze. So they've got games and coloring and things throughout. Okay, how to write a thank you card. Give some practice for what they'll write, talking about addressing the envelopes. Okay, how to make a meal plan. Learning about different proteins, carbs, and fats. Making a meal plan for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Writing out their actual meal plan. and then making a shopping list. So that's kind of nice. So taking their meal plan and actually making a list of things that they need to shop for. Definitely something I do all the time and really helpful for kids to learn about. All right, public speaking. They've got a couple of games here to help them practice. Watching videos of famous speeches, tongue twisters. Oh, talking about appropriate clothes you should wear during public speaking. How to be a good friend. Okay, so far I really like this. Well, for one, I'm gonna have to probably get one for each of my kids and then figure out how we're going to use this. I feel like our days are so busy already, and there's a lot of life skills that we teach kind of throughout the day, but this goes really into detail and really is intentional about it. And I like this. I think this is good. So I have to figure out how to incorporate this. Like I said earlier, maybe it could be a good summer workbook to work through. Okay, brainstorming small businesses. This is great. My daughters and I are kind of going through some of this stuff right now. Talking about counterfeit money, keeping track of profits, food storage. Yeah, and some of these things are things that I kind of know how to do, or I do them, but you don't necessarily think about, oh, how do I break this down and teach it to somebody? So I like that this helps you do it. And it goes really in depth and gives kids lots of chances to practice. Oh, this is a good one. How to clean a bathroom. It's interesting. You know, I've taught my kids how to do this. We haven't watched any videos. They've just kind of watched me do it. But I wonder if thinking through this and, you know, having to write down their steps, I wonder how helpful that would be. All right, caring for a house plant. You guys, I gotta be honest, I'm not a big plant person. My husband has a couple of plants and I don't know, they're just not my thing. So I don't know, maybe that'll help me. If the kids start enjoying it and learning how to take care of them, maybe that would help me out a little bit. Table manners. How to use an iron. Have not taught my kids how to do that yet. I don't iron too much, but my husband does, and it's an important skill to learn. How to use a dictionary. Changing a light bulb. Oh, I hate changing light bulbs. Light bulbs are so complicated nowadays. So, but again, important skill to learn. How to apologize. Little puzzle here. How to study for a test. This is something we haven't done a ton of tests yet, but something we're starting to kind of incorporate a little bit more, especially as my kids get older. How to manage your time, making to-do lists. This was always something I was big on. I loved my planners and everything growing up, and being homeschooled, we don't always do that, but it's important to learn. The kids are gonna have to be able to do that someday on their own instead of just following my plans. How to take care of your teeth. How to use a tape measure. So again, just really breaks everything down. This is a neat little book. How to schedule an appointment. This is something I've heard I really should start having my kids do to get some experience with, because we make appointments all the time for things. So, virtual appointments. Reading a map. How to make a cup of tea. Hosting a tea party, that's fun. Hosting a garage sale. Setting prices. Giving a foot massage. That's an interesting one, but it's kind of cool. So, okay, I could go for this. that is what, I don't know that I expected to find that one in the life skills book. How to find a book in the library. How to tie a tie. That's pretty cool. How to use a knife. So all these different types of knives. Pumping gas in the car. Calculating gas mileage. Measuring gas. How to wrap a gift. And how to crochet, something my girls are starting to get interested in as well. So this is really a neat book. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I really enjoyed looking through that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through. I hope that gave you a good idea of what is actually inside this and if it's something that you might be able to incorporate in your homeschool or with your kids as well. Okay, what did you guys think? I'd love to know if you have tried this or any other Funschooling books, or if you think this style would be a hit in your homeschool. And if it would be, I'm really excited to give you an opportunity to win any book of your choice from Thinking Tree Books. Entering the giveaway is simple. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel, like this video, and follow Funschooling with Thinking Tree Books on Facebook or YouTube. I will leave those links in the description below. Then make sure you leave a comment below letting me know which of these books that I showed you today you would like me to flip through next. I will be choosing a winner tomorrow afternoon from the comments, and the winner will get to choose any book from the Funschooling website that they like. If you are not a US resident, you can still enter. You will simply receive a PDF copy rather than a physical book. And if you really would love to win, a few of my friends are doing their own Thinking Tree Books giveaways today as well, so you can head to their YouTube channels next and earn some additional entries. You'll find links to Schulte Sweeties, the Hudson's Hub, and Homeschooling Through High School down below. All of these ladies are hosting giveaways today for Thinking Tree Books. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed learning a little bit more about Funschooling. I really am looking forward to trying out these books. I love that I was able to find some that fit my kids' interests and needs at the moment, and I'm sure that you will too once you start browsing the website. Don't forget to enter the giveaway and leave a comment letting me know which Funschooling book that I showed you today you would like to see a flip through of next. Thank you for watching.